The 118th Congress approving a new rules package late yesterday, setting up Republicans for several investigations scheduled to begin in 2023.
Yeah, joining us now for more is Ohio Congressman Max Miller. Congressman, a lot to talk to you about today, but I do want to initially get your reaction to the news that we've been talking about, how the Justice Department is now looking into classified documents that were found at an office used by Joe Biden from 2017 through 2019. They were discovered on November 2nd, just 6 days before the midterm elections. What do you think of the timing of this?
I think it's really interesting, but I just have one question. Are they going to go raid the White House? Is the FBI going to stack 30 vehicles and 60 men and go turn over the First Lady's closet? I mean, this just happened to President Trump no more than just a few months ago. And we saw the tact that the federal government took and the weaponization of the FBI and the Department of Justice to go after President Trump. So what I'd like to see is, are they going to go after President Biden with the same vigor? I mean, obviously, this man took these documents from the White House, stashed them for years. He stashed them for years. And then someone stumbled upon them and then decided to contact the authorities. Look, this man has taken them. He is not the only individual who has done this. Barack Obama has done the same thing, and several other individuals who have worked in that body, in that institution. He needs to be held accountable. There needs to be an investigation, which I know Merrick Garland has already put into place. But I trust that thing as much as I trust Joe Biden to run this country, which is I don't, flat out. He's done a horrific job over the past 2 years, and he's obviously can't be trusted. And he's just like his son. So many similarities between the two, like father, like son.
Congressman, Joe Biden was asked about the Mar-a-Lago raid back in September on 60 Minutes. Take a listen to what he had to say.
When you saw the photograph of the top secret documents laid out on the floor at Mar-a-Lago, what did you think to yourself, looking at that image?
How that could possibly happen, how anyone could be that irresponsible. And I thought, what data was in there that may compromise sources and methods? By that I mean names of people who helped, or et cetera. And it's just totally irresponsible.
Seems like a double standard there, Congressman. Do you expect Republicans in the House to investigate this and try and figure out what happened?
I absolutely believe that this conference, the Republican conference, is going to take steps into looking into what happened here. We don't have a choice but to do that. This man is reckless. He just said it himself, that he doesn't know how an individual could be so thoughtless to take these documents and what may be in these documents that could hurt the United States of America and our national security. But I would like to know the documents that President Biden has. Does it have anything to do with Ukraine? Does it have anything to do with Burisma? Who knows what this man has that was in his private office? But what I do know is the authorities need to go into Delaware. They need to go into his residences to see what else is left that he took from his time in the Obama-Biden White House. And then right now, who else knows? I mean, obviously, he can take the documents with him as he is now as president, but we have no idea of the accountability and how he's taking care of these things.
Right.
We obviously know his staff is reckless. Ron Klain, all he likes to do is just go on Twitter with a snarky comment. He's feckless when it comes to leadership and to help this president really formulate this country into a way forward. And that's why we're here, and that's why Republicans are in charge. And that is why last night we voted to defund the IRS of over $70 billion that hopefully we will be able to reallocate in the future.
Right.
But this is what we're focused on, focusing on bringing this country back.
A lot of questions to be answered. Congressman, I do want to pivot now to the border. President Biden's visit, he claimed that they have the tools to fix it, but Congress needs to act. So GOP Congress has been pushing for a fix in security, but this, you say, has to be the House's GOP's top priorities. Talk to us more about this border crisis.
And it's going to be. We're going to pass a border security package that is only going to help strengthen this country's border. But as Jake Sullivan likes to say, apparently our borders aren't sovereign while Ukraine's are. What I can tell you is Republicans are coming into this with vigor, with intent, and with passion to fix our southern border. 80,000 Americans are dying every single year to fentanyl overdose. Individuals are being brought into our country for human trafficking and slave labor. This needs to end. And the border visit, that little optic that President Biden went down to the border.
Right.
I was the former director of advance under President Trump. And what I can tell you is we send a team 6 to 7 days domestically to go ahead and survey the site. What his team did, obviously, is they went to, I believe it was El Paso, where Yes, there's a surge coming, but it's not like the Rio Grande where he needs to be. And I promise you, his team went out there and they staked a location that was going to give him the optic that the president wanted to show the American people, which is the same lie, is that this border is safe and secure. And we all know that it's killing us.
We got to leave it there. You're right. Fact-finding mission. There were no facts for him to report on. Congressman Max Miller, great state of Ohio. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you both.
All right.